Today I will explain new release demonic film, When Evil Lurks 2023, directed by Damien Rugna. Movie starts with next morning after hearing gunshots in the nearby jungle. Brothers Pedro and Jamie found half of a man's body, which they took to a nearby shack where Maria Elena, an elderly woman, and her two hidden sons were staying. The eldest, Uriel, had turned into a rotten, underdeveloped creature under the influence of an unborn demon, and Maria Elena had summoned a cleaner to perform an abortion on Uriel before he could take control and dominate others. The authorities dismiss the creature issue, and the brothers approach landowner Ruiz, who attempts to deal with the man by throwing him out of his property to confront Uriel. On the road, they encounter a young boy barely escaping gunfire, and they discover that Uriel has escaped on a truck. Ruiz declares the matter resolved and returns home. The next morning, Ruiz's pregnant wife, Jimna, discovers that a ghost has possessed their goat. Against Pedro's warning not to use firearms as they aid the spread of the demonic infection, Ruiz kills the animal, and Jimna immediately commits murder-suicide with an axe. The next morning, Jamie and Pedro agree to leave the town, convinced by the need to gather their family members and escape for safety. Jamie reunites with his mother, while Pedro goes to his ex-wife Sabrina's house. This leads to a confrontation between Pedro, Sabrina, and her new husband Leonardo when Pedro attempts to gather his two sons, Jair and Santino. Amidst their argument, the family dog, Vicky, previously contaminated by Uriel's demonic filth, mercilessly attacks Sabrina's daughter, prompting Pedro to intervene. Leonardo and Pedro chase the dog, and Leonardo shoots it. Pedro returns to Sabrina, but sees that her daughter has miraculously returned unharmed and issues a threat, prompting Pedro to steal their car. As Pedro leaves with his sons, he witnesses Leonardo colliding with Sabrina while dancing. After picking up Jamie and their mother, the assembled family leaves town and arrives at the home of former cleaner and Jamie's friend Mirta, who invites them to stay the night. Mirta warns Jamie about Jair, who is autistic and displays symptoms of possession, but Jamie dismisses it. While searching for Sabrina, Jamie discovers that Santino has been kidnapped, and Mirta advises Jamie to track her down while she and Pedro search for Uriel to end the demonic plague. During the search for Sabrina, Jamie learns that he has killed Santino and, overcome with emotions, beats him to death with a broken piece of equipment. As he does this, he collides with a tree. After Jamie and his mother are picked up, the united family heads towards a school building filled with children possessed by spirits who lie about being infected with the demonic birth. In the small auditorium beneath the stage, they find Uriel searching for his remains, and Pedro attempts to expel him. Losing patience and trusting the children's lies about an axe under the stage that could help, Pedro rushes to the office while Mirta establishes tools to kill the demon. Frustrated and believing in the false promise of a fire axe nearby, Pedro runs to the office as Mirta sets up tools to kill the demon. Losing patience and trusting the children's lies about an axe under the stage that could help, Pedro rushes to the office while Mirta establishes tools to kill the demon. In anger, Pedro beats Uriel to death with a broken piece of the tool, but the demon had already manifested its birth within Uriel. Pedro confronts Uriel, who taunts him after being spared, and the newborn demon emerges in the morning sun, leaving with demonic children. Returning home, Pedro and his family meet Jamie's ghostly brother, Uriel, who tells him that he killed the original cleaner 4 days ago, eating him. He also confesses that he did the same to Jamie's mother the previous night, leaving only Jamie behind. Now speaking clearly and without any hindrance, overwhelmed with grief, Pedro leaves, abandoning everyone except Jamie. Pedro, consumed by grief and guilt, wanders aimlessly through the town, haunted by the horrific events that unfolded. Jamie, left alone, struggles to come to terms with the loss of his family in the unsettling reality of his possessed brother's actions. As Pedro roams the desolate streets, he encounters eerie scenes of demonic influence spreading, with possessed creatures and corrupted souls dominating the town. The once familiar surroundings now feel like a nightmarish landscape. Back at the house, Jamie is tormented by the memories of the recent tragedies. He decides to venture into the heart of the chaos, hoping to find answers and closure. Along the way, he encounters remnants of the demonic plague, witnessing the aftermath of possessed individuals wreaking havoc. Pedro, still grappling with his emotions, stumbles upon a group of survivors led by a mysterious figure named Isabella. They have managed to resist the demonic influence and have been seeking a way to end the curse that has befallen their town. Intrigued by their mission, Pedro decides to join them in their quest for redemption. As Jamie delves deeper into the chaos, he discovers an ancient artifact hidden within the town's abandoned church. The artifact, rumored to have the power to banish demonic entities, becomes a beacon of hope for Jamie. Determined to confront his brother's malevolent spirit, Jamie sets out to reunite with Pedro and the group of survivors. Pedro and Isabella's group unveil a dark secret about the origin of the demonic plague, an ancient curse linked to the town's history. They learn that a ritual gone awry unleashed the malevolent force, and now they must find a way to reverse the curse before it engulfs everything. Jamie, armed with the artifact, crosses paths with Pedro's group. The reunion is bittersweet as they share their individual struggles and losses. United by a common goal, they decide to confront the source of the curse, a long-forgotten chamber hidden beneath the town. Navigating through treacherous tunnels, they face manifestations of demonic entities, testing their resolve. Along the way, they uncover the truth about the original cleaner and the failed attempt to contain the demonic birth, leading to the catastrophic events that unfolded. As they reach the heart of the chamber, a powerful entity, born from the merging of countless demonic spirits, awaits them. The final confrontation is intense, with the artifact proving to be the key to weaken the entity. In a collective effort, Jamie, Pedro, and the survivors channel their strength into banishing the malevolent force. The chamber trembles as the curse begins to lift, and the demonic presence recedes. The town, once shrouded in darkness, gradually returns to normalcy. The survivors, including Pedro and Jamie, emerge from the underground chamber, exhausted but triumphant. In the aftermath, the brothers reflect on the harrowing journey. The town begins its slow process of recovery, with the survivors determined to rebuild and reconcile with their haunted past. Pedrito and Jamie share a solemn moment, acknowledging the pain and loss that brought them together. As they look towards the horizon, a glimmer of hope remains, a reminder that even in the face of darkness, redemption and renewal are possible. The once tainted town embarks on a journey of healing, leaving the shadows of the demonic plague behind.